Tonight on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, winter sports take center stage. We have boys hoops with De La Salle and San Ramon Valley. Leland battles Piedmont Hills, and St. Francis takes on Reardon.
We have soccer action with Gunn and Cupertino. The season with Pinewood continues with one of the nation's best shooters who is not an American citizen, and the incredible story of the Menlo Atherton kicker run over by a car and now thriving on and off the field. 49ers Cal High Sports Report starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Brownstein. Welcome back.
It's nice to be here in 2019.
Yeah, we survived the holidays.
We survived, barely.
Thank goodness.
Well, we're going to start off in the NCS with the James Logan Colts and their star big man Malcolm Steadman coming off an impressive preseason with games against some very, very tough teams.
Yeah, the Colts entering Mission Valley League play with a game against a 9-2 Irvington team led by Owen Schmitz and Braxton Carlson. A key league opening game Friday night.
Here come the James Logan Colts rushing onto the court to warm up before their game against the Irvington Vikings. Check out this dunk to start off the game. Malcolm Steadman slams it in and hangs on for good measure. The Colts stealing the ball away from the defense here. Gabriel Hawkins takes the ball and sends it to Steadman again for the one-handed dunk this time. Logan leading by 10. Irvington with an answer. Owen Schmitz to Winston Wu, who hits it from behind the arc. The Vikings keeping up the momentum. Braxton Carlson drives into the paint for the layup and one. But the Colts lead it 48-27 at the half. Gabriel connects with Prashawn Johnson, who is way downtown for the three-pointer. We're going to follow this on the other side of the court. Brett Thompson puts up an absolute rejection. Then it's Kobe Hawkins passing to Gabriel for his time to shine. It's nothing but net. Colts take the 24-point advantage and are just having fun now. Ryan Gutierrez sees Tim Oldham in the corner for the beautiful three ball, and the James Logan Colts win this one 101-66. An incredible league opener for Logan.
The Kings Academy making the short trip to Los Altos Hills facing Pinewood Thursday night. The Knights jump out to an early lead. Jeffrey Taylor passing it ahead to Noah Short, who shows off a dribble move and scores from deep. 13-8 TKA after one. Pinewood answers back in the second. Colton Budge fires and hits from behind the arc. But back come the Knights later in the quarter. Short dishes to Steven Johnson, who drills one from three-point land as the Kings Academy takes a 35-21 lead. TKA keeping up the attack. Short with the pass to Malachi Mitchell, who gets past his defender and lays it in for two. The Panthers respond on the other end. Budge over to Tyler Riches, who draws the contact and gets the basket and one. The Knights fight back on the fast break. Taylor dishes to Mitchell, who lays it up and in. 55-39 TKA after three. Pinewood looking to mount a late comeback in the fourth. Ray Ferreira kicks it to Keaton Bailey, who makes it splash from downtown, but this one belongs to the Knight. Mitchell finds Johnny Rettinger in the paint, and Johnny lays it in as the Kings Academy cruises to the 72-51 win to go to 1-0 in West Bay League play. Girls hoops now as Amador Valley hosts the Heritage Patriots in a non-conference game. Watch how this one gets started. Abigail Muse wins the jump ball. Jordan Sweeney passes to Lacey Santos, and Heritage is on the board. The Patriots added their early lead as Sweeney passes it up court. The first shot is off, but there to clean it up is Muse. Heritage moving the ball well. It's Sweeney to Muse to Santos in the paint for two, and the Pats lead by 11 after one. Second quarter action now. The Dawn sophomore guard Isabella Mauricio heats up as she drives to the rack for two, but the Patriots keep a steady lead throughout this one. Sweeney making sure everyone gets a shot in the game as she hits Julie Ramirez in the corner for three. Heritage seals the deal in the second half here. Sweeney driving to the hoop for the bucket. Heritage defeats Amador Valley 52-37 to advance to 10-1 on the season. Muse and Sweeney leading the way.
The Northgate Broncos defending home turf against the Richmond Aceteros. 5 minutes in, the ball finds James Walker, who shoots from close range, but Alejandro Rodriguez and his quick reflexes save it. Halfway through the first half, it's Rune Lervag delivering a powerful blow, but it's just wide. No scores. We head to the second half. It's off the chest of Alan Lopez in the box, and Fabian De Leon shoots, but it's just high to keep it scoreless. In the 67th minute, a beautiful pass by Manuel Nava leads Regelson via Toro to the net. He shoots and floats it into the corner for the Acetero goal. 1-0 Richmond with 13 minutes left to play. Broncos looking to tie it up. Walker with a shot from 10 yards out, but Rodriguez saves the day once again. He is good. Los Aceteros win it 1-0 via Toro the goal and Nava the assist. Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rica Center.
The Rica Center producing an original rap every week based on last week's games. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Yeah, Rica Center, Cal High Sports. These are your Players of the Week. It's hoop season, so start watching Magna Nair. Making it rain when her jump shots are in the air. A point guard balling for the Mission San Jose Warriors, draining three-pointers to make her team victorious. She connected on 9 shots from long distance range, netting 33 points with consistent aim. She got game, and her squad is still unbeaten. After a 20-point win, they're 8-0 for the season. Julian Vaughn flashing like he's in a pond. Look at the way he makes the ball in the net correspond. Sank 3 3-pointers for St. Joseph Notre Dame, piloting the Pilots, taking over the game. With an array of nifty moves, his skills ain't fake. He's like a muralist, the way he's getting buckets in the paint. Scoring 27 points to win in dominant fashion. St. Joseph playing ball with some confident passion. Let's go. Yeah, Rica Center, Cal High Sports.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
The posterior cruciate ligament, or PCL, lies behind your ACL and is important to prevent the tibia from translating posterior on the femur. The PCL is much thicker and stronger than your ACL, so tears are not as common. When they do occur, you may have pain and swelling and a feeling of looseness in the knee, and this can initially be confused with an ACL injury. PCL injuries are usually grade 1, a sprain, or grade 2, a partial tear, both which are stable and usually heal fine with rest and bracing. Grade 3 PCL injuries are complete tears and often occur with other knee ligament injuries and may require surgical reconstruction. Physical therapy is an important part of the treatment of PCL injuries.
Coming up, the CCS Block Construction blockbuster game as St. Francis meets Reardon.
And we get to know this British-born sharpshooter as we continue our series this season with Pinewood Girls Basketball. That's next.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Defender twice my size. Bring it. Down by 2? I got this. I love this game as much as the pros. I may not play for the Warriors, but I have the same doctors. Teaming up to keep the pros and me at the top of our game.
Scat Packs, Hellcats, Demons, we've got them all. Fast and furious at South County. Speed is our name. It's the Big Finish sales event at California's #1 volume dealer. Get the new Jeep Cherokee for just $16,888. Jeep Renegade just $12,999. New Jeep Compass for only $13,999. New Fiat just $11,999 after discounts and rebates. Are you kidding me? Big Finish, big savings, big selection. South County of Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot.
At San Jose State University,
we discover who we want to be. For ourselves,
for our families,
for our communities.
Different and unexpected.
Begin here.
At the heart of a transforming valley, in a city that is tough and beautiful.
We are Spartans.
What powers us changes our world.
We are back at Levi Stadium with opening night in the West Catholic League as St. Francis brings 3 sports star Momo Wilmer and my boy Roy Yuan to what should be a very exciting league race this year.
The Lancers traveling up to San Francisco to meet the Reardon Crusaders. Reardon having good success with a tough preseason schedule. It's the Lancers and Crusaders in our Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game, and our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game. yeah.
I'm here at Archbishop Reardon as the Crusaders open up West Catholic League play against the Lancers. The Crusaders finished preseason strong at 7-3, including a big win over St. Joe's Notre Dame. The guy to watch in this one is junior Jaylani Clark, an impressive guard for the Crusaders, averaging about 20 points a game. The Lancers are recovering from graduating top player Logan Johnson, but will look to their 13 returning seniors to step up, including Evan Williams, who was named our all-around football player of the year. In an opening night duel, it's the Lancers and Crusaders in this week's CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game.
This one gets right into the action. Reardon grabs an early lead. Jaylani Clark intercepts the pass and throws it down with authority. The Lancers keep it close. Evan Williams hits Anthony Lanfear inside to pull the Lancers within one. Here's Reardon's junior transfer Bryce Monroe driving to the rack, taking on a defender and getting the bucket. The Crusaders pull away near the end of the first quarter. Lee Hubbard kicks it out to wide open Zachary Quantico for three. Next play, Hubbard comes up with the steal and executes a perfect pass to Clark, who finishes at the rack with a dunk. Clark is pumped up about that 10-point lead, but as time winds down in the first quarter, Clark throws up the shot and hits the buzzer, beating three to end the first quarter with a 17-point lead. This one decided pretty early on. Clark dishes it to Monroe, who makes it splash from downtown. Archbishop Reardon with an impressive showing to grab a hold of their first league win, 69-39 the final. Lead scorer Bryce Monroe talks to us after the game.
I mean, it meant a lot for us to come out here and win by 30 in our first game. We've been talking about defensive intensity and locking up really on defense, and that was like something that we focused on all off summer. So it just felt good. And in the WCAL, a tough league like this, to keep somebody under 40 points, shooting below 26% in the first half, it was amazing and it felt good. Everybody's cheering and everybody got to play in their first game.
In the city with our blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Tonight we continue our series, The Season with Pinewood Girls Basketball. The girls coming into this week with a 10-0 record.
Tonight, we meet the sharpshooting Stanford-bound senior, appropriately named Jump. The Season with Pinewood Girls Basketball is brought to you by Morgan Mano Shepler, your trusted Peninsula real estate agent, and by Chef Chu's, a Peninsula favorite for tempting innovative Chinese cuisine since 1970. Go to any Pinewood practice anytime, any day, and you will see this. Hannah Jump tossing in one three-pointer after another. According to her coach, Hannah is the best shooter among any high school player in the nation.
And the numbers that she puts up in shooting drills would rival that of a professional player right now. 47 out of 53, 31 out of 35, 32 out of 36 in drills. And it's amazing. She's a machine in that situation.
But Hannah is not the best American shooter because she is not an American. Hannah was born in Great Britain and is a British citizen. Hannah has played on the British under-16 national team in the past and hopes to compete with the British team in the upcoming 2020 Olympics.
That is something I'm planning on doing. So when I go to Stanford next year, I have the opportunity to go and play for Great Britain. So I'm deciding whether to stay during the summer and try and earn more playing time here. But I think the following year I'm definitely going to go.
Hannah brings her American skills to a British team unaccustomed to playing an American style. So, which team is better, her British national squad or her Pinewood team?
Honestly, I think our Pinewood team would win.
Really?
Yes. The way they play over there is a lot different, and they're trying to adapt the United States kind of style of play, but they're not quite there. I mean, when I go over, I help kind of give a little bit of that. And the coaches have really been working with their team to try and add that to their games. But yeah, I think Pinewood would win.
Hannah has enjoyed the experience of traveling the world with the national team, but her main goal was always to play at Stanford.
Going to Stanford has always been my dream since I started playing basketball. It was, what I set. And committing to them last year and signing last week, it was just an amazing experience, and everything I'd worked for, it just come true. So, and yeah, I mean, the education that I'm going to get there is just incredible, and it's going to set me up for a lot of things in the future.
I'm always inspired by watching little kids play because it's unadulterated joy. A lot of times you guys, you play so hard, but there's too much stress. There's too much stress. Play with joy, all right?
Since this child's been alive, we've never lost a league game, but no pressure.
52 in a row. 52. The last 2 senior classes have never lost a game in league. Are you going to be the one to lose a game?
At 10-0, the Pinewood girls come into their first league game a confident group. The Panthers have won 2 very tough tournaments with the teams in their league not nearly as highly regarded as the teams they have beaten so far. But Sacred Heart Prep would like nothing better than to end all that. The Gators start out strong with point guard Denise Stein scoring and then dishing to Zoe Zaharias for a 6-3 lead. Coach Shepler is not happy.
We're jogging, all right? When you drive base like that, baseline drive, baseline drift. Crash react. Take 2 or 3 threes, guys are just watching, all right? That's why they're up 6-3. Transition defense, no communication, no nothing. Are we better than that? Yeah. So when you play out there, you better start playing hard, or we'll find somebody who will.
The Panthers respond with Annika Decker tossing to Clara Astrom for a long 3, and then Decker beats the shot clock buzzer with a wild shot that falls as Pinewood scores 8 straight points. It's 11-6 Pinewood. But the Gators retake the lead as Stein dishes to Scarlett Levison for 2. When Hannah Jump hits a last-second shot, the Panthers have a hard-fought 1-point lead after 1. The game plan is about to change.
It's one of those games where we're going to have to grind it. We're going to grind it. We're going to get our shots. We're not hitting our shots regularly, but they're going to go in because we're going to get them. Okay?
Got a rebound, guys.
Let's go. You got to out-battle them. They're out-hustling you.
The Panthers turn it on and begin to pull away in the second quarter. Decker's bounce pass finds Jump, who continues to play well in the paint, and when Astrom drives past her defender and scores, it's a 9-point lead. In the third, Decker drives and delivers and 1, and it's an 11-point third-quarter lead. Caitlin Leung finishes the third with a last-second driving layup, and the Panthers are on their way. Pinewood extends its lead in the fourth. Decker with 3 of her 16 points. Jump led all scorers with 17.
Every game we have to play our best up to our level every night. We can't play, down. We have to play up and just execute all our plays and just the level of intensity every single game.
Next week, we'll meet the player who helps out with her developmentally disabled little brother.
Time for our South County Chrysler Coach of the Week award. This week's Coach of the Week is Mission San Jose's Doug Sakamoto. The Warriors are 11-1 on the season coming into league play this week.
The Warriors off to a great start, and Doug Sakamoto is this week's South County Chrysler U.S. Bank Coach of the Week. Cinemark has opened its new luxury cinemas at Southland Mall in Hayward. To get you ready, we're giving out free passes for 2 with a trivia contest.
Here's this week's question. Which Terra Nova High School students starred with Adam Sandler in the movie 50 First Dates? The first person to tweet us with the correct answer will win 2 free movie passes. 49ers Cal High is our handle.
The answer to last week's question is Pete Carroll and Robin Williams both attended Redwood High School. Coming up, back to the hardwood for league rivals Leland and Piedmont Hills.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Girls Basketball Power Rankings.
Luxury real estate is far more than a transaction. It's about living the life you deserve. Morgan Manos Shepler with McGuire Real Estate knows a commitment at this level requires a rock-solid relationship with experts who truly understand each local community. Go to Morgan's website to learn more about available homes for sale, read Morgan's client testimonials, and request a complimentary home valuation. With Morgan's proven track record for success, her clients enjoy a complete concierge service experience from start to finish. Because anything is possible when you have the right agent.
Enjoy the latest movies in a luxury lounger at the new Century Theater, now opened at Southland Mall in Hayward. For tickets, download the app or go to Cinemark.com.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction. We care, we prepare, we perform.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
We are back at Levi Stadium with a battle between two teams looking to compete for a Mount Hamilton Division title this season. The 9-1 Leland Chargers are led by Sohan Shirsagar and his 21 points a game.
The Chargers opening up league play against a tough Piedmont Hills squad. The Pirates also are 9-1, the two teams opening league play on Wednesday night.
The Leland Chargers getting ready for their league matchup with Piedmont Hills. The Chargers in front early. Toss it to Preston Weber, who throws it in. But the Pirates take the lead here as Steven Tran nails the three. He's Tran-tastic. Pirates on the break. Syafis Ardoin on the run to Isaac Teferi, and the senior lays it in. The Pirates lead it by 7 at the half. But the Chargers come charging back in the third as Fuad Elamu gets hot. Fuad nailing 2 threes early in the third as Leland goes on a 15-5 run to take the lead. Down by 4, the Pirates cut into the lead as Teferi drains a nice-looking 3 there. More Pirates, and this time it's Andrew Lee for 3, and we're tied at 38 early in the fourth. Back and forth the rest of the game. Sohan Shirsagar with a smooth 3 right there. Then toss it out to Brandon Lowe, and Brandon hits for 3. We're tied at 43 all. Shirsagar was dominant late. He gets the rebound, then strong to the basket and one. Oh, the fans like that one. Don't mess with the Sohan. A terrific move here. Look at the great shot by Sohan as the Leland Chargers hang on to win it by 2. Shirsagar leading the Chargers with 14 points. Washington with 17 for the Pirates.
Next up, we have Cupertino hosting Gunn in a midday league matchup. Coop would go up 1-0 after a PK. Jimmy Hahn for Gunn looking to tie it up, but a fantastic. Next up, we have Cupertino hosting Gunn in a midday league matchup. Coop would go up 1-0 after a PK. Jimmy Hahn for Gunn looking to tie it up, but a fantastic save from Tony Rodriguez keeps the Pioneers up by 1 at halftime. Ryan Washington makes that penalty kick in the 4th minute of the second half, and it's 2-0 Pioneers. 16 minutes later, Bob Hahn with the corner, and Alexis Bromberg heads it off the post. The Titans cut the Pioneer lead in half. 8 minutes left in the match. Gunn looking to tie it up. Colin McPherson to Bob Hahn, and Jimmy Hahn tries to deliver the blow, but another great save from Rodriguez Tony with 12 saves in this match. Watch the speed of Chris Ortiz from Cupertino creating distance from his defenders and gets it past the sliding goalie for the goal. 3-1 Cupertino, and if you were impressed by that Ortiz goal, here's one more for you. Chris cutting past the defender and firing it dead center. That guy is impressive. The Pioneers go on to win it 4-2. Ortiz with 3 goals, and Rodriguez a great game defending the net.
Once again this season, the San Jose Earthquakes bring us the Boys and Girls Soccer Players of the Week.
This week's Boys Soccer Player of the Week is Osvaldo Avalos from Alisal High School. Osvaldo came up with a game-winning goal in a 1-0 win over Mitty. For the girls, it's Lily Reddle from Livermore High School. Lily scored her 2nd goal of her sophomore season, and it was the game winner over Amador Valley.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Alhambra battles College Park.
And to the soccer pitch as the Mitty girls meet St. Francis when 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
The Cordovas felt squeezed by their monthly loan payments, so Tri-Counties Bank home loan specialist Anna Poulin team looked to loosen things up. With suggestions from Anna, they were able to improve their credit scores to qualify for a refinancing solution that paid off their mortgage, car loan, and credit cards with a new lower rate reduced term home loan, cutting years off the original mortgage and lowering monthly payments by several $100s. Tight squeeze solved. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Najee was a naturally big, strong guy. Like, genetics did him a great justice. He was the guy that you would have to stop him from working out. He wasn't going to accept losing. He wasn't going to accept not running over people, not jumping over people, because those were the things that he would do, always. Hey, Najee, your TMP Mafia, Northern California, Bay Area family is excited for you to come back to play for this national championship. Roll Tide.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andrew.
And we are both brokers with Serino Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with the College Park Falcons off to a 10-2 start.
The Falcons meeting a strong Alhambra team featuring senior Wyatt Hammer and his 14 points a game. The Bulldogs looking to lay down the hammer on the Falcons. In this week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week, Aubrey was there.
The Alhambra Bulldogs looking for a big road win over the College Park Falcons. First bucket of the night goes to the Falcons' Diego Paredes with the corner three, and College Park was only getting started. Zion Pullen throws it ahead to Dennis Pomazanov, and watch the 6'7" senior slam it down. College Park with the 19-point run to start it off. Anthony Wong ends the Alhambra drought with the long ball, the assist coming from Jalen Shepard. But just a minute later, Pullen with the steal, and here comes the dunk, and one. That's a play of the week contender for sure. 6 to go in the half. Dogs on the fast break. Shepard with the feed to Wyatt Hammer, and Hammer with the powerful layup draws the foul. But the Falcons offense was on all night. Paredes, perfect from the three-point line with 6 straight 50-28 College Park at the half. In the third, 6'8" junior Ramon Ferris slams it down. And then in the fourth, Zion Pullen wanted to give his team a little more distance. A 3-ball here and a 3-ball there. Zion draining 4 threes in the fourth quarter to give his team the 91-55 victory over the Bulldogs as they head into league play on Tuesday.
These guys behind me finished off their preseason 11-2. These are the College Park Falcons. We're going to talk to Zion Pullens first because 30 points, that means you are MVP.
Thank you.
It seems like you guys had this momentum from start to finish. Talk about the offensive showing almost 100 points on the board.
It definitely started. Diego right here hit some big shots. We were all passing the ball really well, and we just made big shots.
Talk about that dunk.
I just seen it, and I just went up with it.
It was pretty awesome. I do have to say, okay, we're going to talk to Diego next. Now, as you head into league play, you guys start off against former league champs, right? What are you working on in practice, taking away from this game?
We're working on defense every single day, and we're just working on getting better. Honestly, we're really not that good, and we strive to get better. So
You're not that good.
We're not that good. We're
okay.
striving to get better.
All right, Dennis here. You're gonna have to tilt up because this guy is tall. All right. So what sets this team apart from the rest of your league opponents?
Well, we like to spread the court. We like to shoot the ball, and we like to just do what we do, just score. I think that we jump really high, we can dunk the balls, and that gets the crowd going. That also gets the bench going. So that really puts us in the game.
Awesome. All right. These are the College Park Falcons. Guys, take us out.
All right, you ready? Gentlemen on 3. 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen!
An early morning match for the Mighty Monarchs as they march onto the pitch against St. Francis. The Monarchs looking to get on the board, but keeper Tierney White is there to protect the net for the Lancers. But that doesn't stop Mitty. Camille Lafa sends it down to Holly Pitek, who ricochets it off the crossbar into the net, and the Monarchs have a 1-0 lead. 32-minute mark, St. Francis trying to clear, but Cassie Snow blocks the ball with her body, and Anna Sapien knocks it home for another midi goal. Just moments left in the match, Annalise Gadbois sends it into the box. The ball is deflected, but Kaylee Ingram is right there to knock in the rebound, and the Monarchs have a 3-0 lead. The Lancers trying to get one late, but Mia Napolitano shuts it down as the Monarchs win the league opener 3-0. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Kelly Schultz from the St. Francis girls soccer team. The junior defender volunteered her time to gift kids. Kelly and her team gift-wrapped shoes and wrote holiday cards, which were sent out to impoverished countries around the world. Kelly talks about why volunteering is so important to her.
Growing up, my parents taught me that giving back to the community was super important, so today I still try to make that priority in my life.
Coming up to the City League, we go for Lowell and Lincoln.
And the incredible story of the Menlo Atherton star run over by a car. What he's done since is just amazing. Stay tuned. Our U.S. Bank inspirational athlete is next.
Back at Levi Stadium, and a trip to the City League where the Lowell Cardinals are led this season by sharpshooting Riji Raghavan, who's averaging nearly 17 points a game.
The Cardinals meeting the Lincoln Mustangs, both teams with one league win under their belts coming into the game played on Thursday.
The Lincoln Mustangs looking to defend their home court against the Lowell Cardinals. And the Mustangs came out firing in the first. Pajri Samhi swishes the corner three, and look at him all fired up. Kachani Heredia continues a barrage of three-pointers for Lincoln to add to their big early lead. Now on to the second. Samhi gets the ball and throws a nifty alley-oop past a Cage Cross, who lays it in. The Cardinals try to mount a comeback. Kowladeen drills in the three, but Lincoln leads at 54-23 at the half. Then Jace Ng takes the pass and pulls up for a quick two to help Lowell get back in this game. But the Mustang defense proves to be the difference maker. Lincoln's Shakir Blaylock gets the steal and rushes in to the basket for the fast break lay-in. Then Demetrius Cage knocks the ball loose. Sebastian Urena and swishes the three-ball. Lincoln goes on to win it 87-55 to improve their league record to 2-0 on the season. Blaylock, 18 points.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Robert, tonight we meet a football kicker and soccer player who endured a life-threatening accident when he was just 1 year old, but is making the most of his second chance.
When tragedy hit the town of Paradise, Lucas Giarusso knew he had to do something.
Your trash donation can help a place with these students need most.
Collecting donations at his playoff football games, the junior kicker from Menlo Atherton helped raise nearly $5,000 for the victims of Paradise High School. Lucas has always had a knack for helping people.
It's a good thing to do and to give back. I feel like it's sort of my duty and my obligation.
Like the victims of Paradise, Lucas himself is no stranger to tragedy.
He was a year old and he and his sister were playing tag, and they chased down the side yard of the house, and about a minute later his sister was standing there and said, "Mom, Lucas has been hit by a car for real." I found him face down in a 14-inch pool of blood, kind of under the wheel of a car. And when I picked him up, his face was just not there.
Lucas was rushed to the hospital and immediately taken into surgery to repair the damage to his face.
When the paramedics cut his sweatpants off, his diaper had tread marks. At the time, Lucas only spoke Spanish, and he had a very small vocabulary, but I do remember so clearly that day in the emergency room when he was waiting to go into surgery. He just looked at me and he said, "No más, mama, no más." He was just saying no more pain, no more of this bad stuff. And while he was in the surgery, the woman who hit him called a prayer circle in her own living room. And Lucas came out and he did have his sight, and although his leg had been hit and broken, his vertebrae was not touched. And this, to me, just felt like a miracle.
Lucas spent the next 2 months of his young life in a cast from the chest down. And when the cast came off, Lucas had to learn how to crawl and walk again. 15 years later, a scar is all that remains of the physical damage caused by the accident. But it turns out that tragic day would have a much different impact on Lucas's life.
I sought out the woman and I asked her to tell me about her church, a church that would pray for my baby. And I went to see that church. In the pew was a little flyer that said, short-term mission trip to Mexico.
The Giarrusos followed the women's church on the mission trip to Mexico. That was back in 2009.
We've gone back over 30 times since. Now we have friends there.
Lucas spent most of those trips visiting the Bethel Orphanage in the city of Juarez.
I really felt like I knew that community, and I felt like there was something I could give back. And then I thought of how much I really enjoyed sports.
With the help of his family, Lucas designed and constructed a playground for the orphanage.
Me and my dad and my mom, we all worked for countless hours planning it, and of course the logistics of going down to Mexico to build a construction project. Like with my age and having to balance school, it was all really difficult, but I think that difficulty is what made it really pay off in the end, and seeing the final project made me really happy to see it done and see the kids enjoying it.
I probably wouldn't have wandered in to that church and seen that flyer and gone on that first mission trip had she not hit him and prayed for him.
I realized how blessed I am because I was almost blind. I may have had my leg amputated. I could have been like quadriplegic or fully paralyzed, and none of those things happened. So I think just I count my blessings and realize how lucky I am to be in the situation that I am today.
The Giarrusos believe Lucas's recovery is nothing short of a miracle. And in turn, Lucas is using his second chance to bring miracles to others.
So Spanish is actually Lucas's first language, so when he goes on the trips to Mexico, he's able to connect with the people and the children, and he says it's just a home away from home.
Yeah, such a crazy story, and really the only thing that you could recognize after that horrible accident is just the tiny little scar on his forehead.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what is he doing right now?
He's in Kenya. He spent his winter break volunteering there, playing soccer. He's great.
He is. And so Lucas is our Be Human Inspirational Athlete this week. To nominate your favorite inspirational athlete, download the Be Human app in the App Store and use the tag Inspirational Athlete to share what makes your nominee so inspirational. Be Human is humanizing social media. Be Human, inspire, and be inspired. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. Scroll to our Facebook page and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's where you can find and share all of the highlights and features you see on the show every week.
Coming up, our NCS Block Construction blockbuster game as De La Salle battles San Ramon Valley.
And later, the girls from Miramonte take on Acalanes. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
It's here! It's the Big Finish sales event at the #1 hybrid dealer in the world, South County of Gilroy. Get $15,000 off the MSRP, huge tax breaks, and rebates on the best-selling hybrid in the Silicon Valley, the Chrysler Pacifica. This is your last chance to get your tax credit and access the commuter lane. Only 125 left. They are selling fast, so get yours today. South County of Gilroy and South County of Marin. Tax break, tax break, tax break.
One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit in the country dedicated to brain healing and brain health resulting from sports-related concussions. We help athletes get better quicker and learn the benefits of brain health. Don't ignore a possible brain injury that can get worse over time if left untreated. Call One Hit Away today and find out what we can do for you, or go to our website at onehitaway.org.
There are long-term ramifications of sports-related brain injuries. A concussion is no different than a broken leg. If one does not properly heal it, there usually will be long-term negative ramifications. Don't be fooled by this invisible injury.
Back at the NBC Sports Studio with the De La Salle Spartans opening league play with a 10-2 preseason record.
The Spartans taking on San Ramon Valley in a tough battle to start league play. It's our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and our Austin Manili was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Tonight we kick off the new year with a classic East Bay battle between the De La Salle Spartans and the San Ramon Valley Wolves. While having defeated SRV in 9 out of the last 10 meetings, the Spartans come in 10-2 on the season with an undefeated record against Bay Area teams this year. As the Wolves look to take down De La Salle for the first time in 5 years, junior captain Pat Dealey will be their go-to man to help dethrone these powerful Spartans. It's the Wolves and the Spartans in the start of league play for tonight's Block Construction Blockbuster game.
Into the first 2 minutes, the Wolves trail but get on the board with Pat Dealey on the elbow. Jab steps and spins his way to the bucket with a tough shot for 2. Then closing out the quarter, Spartans swing it around, and at the elbow, Cade Arbogast. Show me that fadeaway. Oh, that was smooth. DLS leads by 4. Rolling into quarter 2, Sebastian Scott with this scoop shot for 2. In the words of Christopher Lloyd, great Scott. If you haven't seen that movie, you're missing out. Then we go back to the future with less than 5 minutes left in the half. Thomas Gregorios on the pick and roll to Andrew Flanagan. Spartans lead 23-16. De La Salle kept rolling in the first half with Arbogast showing his long-range 3-ball from downtown. It's good. Spartans lead 35-22. Coming out of the locker room, Spartans didn't hold back. Tim Kostolansky goes one-on-one and drives to the hole just as the time runs out to end the quarter. And this was a close battle late in the fourth. Pat Dealey gets a rebound off the free throw and outlets it to a wide-open Daniel Corbett, who takes us in for his 3rd straight and 1 bucket. Then right off the free throw, let's play some hot potato. Dealey on the rebound and takes us in for and 1. Wolves come back to trail by 5 with less than 2 minutes left in the game. But the Spartans would take home the W. Jeremiah Dargan to Kostolansky, and someone check the seismograph because I think that started an earthquake. And the Spartans start off league play by taking down the Wolves. I caught up with Kostolansky after the game.
We just regrouped in the locker room, kind of worked on our turnovers and our defense. That's where it starts. And from there, I think we just that defense turned into offense, and that's how we finished it off at the end.
In Danville for the Blockbuster game, I'm Austin Manili, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
High fives all around for the Miramonte Matadors as they get set to take on Acalanes. The Dons with the early lead, Grace Gebhardt hitting the 3-ball, giving the Dons the 4-point advantage. But the Matadors make the comeback in the second. America de los Santos tosses it to Jordan Allred in the corner to drain it for Miramonte. In the second half, Lauren Freckman finds Gabby Snyder in the paint for the layup to cut the deficit to 6 for the Dons. And it doesn't stop there. Kaylee Pond passes it to Freckman, who drains it from way downtown, 38-33 Miramonte. Then it's Santos weaving through the defense to lay it in. Miramonte up by 10 after 3. It's Gebhardt beyond the arc, and it spins around the hoop before falling in, just beating the shot clock. But it's all Miramonte from here. Rebecca Welsh sends it to Mia Mastroff. 2 points for the Matadors, 56-45. Then it's Mastroff taking the ball herself to lay it in. Mia, sensational sophomore for the Mats as they go on to win this one, 65-54. 19 points for Allred.
Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Mia Napolitano, the junior goalie on the Midi Girls soccer team. Mia maintains a 4.2 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its lower and middle school students for their kind outreach during the holiday season. The lower school students delivered 550 toys and over $1,000 to the St. Justin Community Ministry. Middle schoolers collected nearly 2,500 food items for the Second Harvest Food Bank. Other efforts include donations to Suits to Empower and the Family Giving Tree at Harker. Preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video.
Here is this week's Adobe tip. If you're doing a video where you want some more artistic impact, you might try using this tip. Have your scene on the timeline and the clip highlighted. Then go to the Lumetri Color tab and go down to Vignette. Adjust the amount to the size that looks good to you. You can then adjust the midpoint, roundness, and feather. This is a really fast and easy and a great way to add some style to a cool piece of video. Coming up, Heritage Hoops meets the boys from San Leandro.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Boys Basketball Power Rankings.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The San Leandro Pirates are coming off a tournament title in the St. Francis Joe Schramm Holiday Tournament with 6'7" San Diego State-bound senior Kashad Johnson leading the way.
The Pirates facing their last non-league opponent before starting league play, the Heritage Patriots, 11-3 coming into this game played on Wednesday night. The San Leandro Pirates busting a move as they get ready for their matchup against the Heritage Patriots. The Pirates strike first. Junior Mail comes down with the rebound and goes back up, puts some points on the board for the Pirates. Heritage looking to show its worth. Ezra Mannion all over the court in this game, dancing past one defender and driving to the hoop for a beautiful lay-in. The Pirates on offense, here comes 6'7" Keshad Johnson bringing it down on the rim to stretch the Pirates lead to 18-10. But Mannion has plans of his own on the break. He shows he can get up to the rim and slams it down. Heritage back on offense halfway through the second. Charles Stanford moving past the Pirates defender, dropping in a perfect mid-range jumper. San Leandro looking to retaliate. Kiki Aguirre gets the pass beyond the arc and nails a corner three with just seconds to go before the half. San Leandro up by 9. Halfway through the third now, and the Pirates battling down low. It's Siri Sawyer high up in the rim. It's a hard-earned layup and one. And now the Pirates just having some fun off the backboard and a big-time rip by Johnson. Perfectly executed alley-oop. Seconds left in the fourth. Heritage looking to put some final points on the board, but Johnson says, San Leandro wins it. 71-55 the final. Sawyer with 26 points.
We head to Wilcox High School as the Chargers host the Saratoga Falcons in the league opener. The Chargers get on top first. Stacy Klassen inbounds it to Mason Yee, and the sophomore point guard puts up the floater for 2. But the Falcons seal the lead in the second quarter. Junior Annika Prasad pulls up and drains a deep 2-ball, and 1 minute left in the first half. Iris Lee inbounds it to a wide-open Ella Parr in the paint to give the Falcons the 5-point lead. The Chargers cut their deficit to 2 as Elise Corwin gets the offensive board and puts it up for 2, and back from the half, the Chargers regain that lead. Watch Anna Neely cut in front of the pass and break away for the lay-in. Chargers lead at 31-22. Wilcox puts this one away in the fourth. Yee does a great job keeping the ball in play. Neely kicks it to Klassen, and that is money. The Chargers win it 57-44. The team meeting up with Shanberries at the Rikes Center to talk about their season so far.
We're at the Rikes Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 Now, here with the ladies of the Wilcox girls basketball team. Oh my God, basketball is one of the most intensive sports. What are some of those drills you guys do every day to stay in tip-top shape?
Well, we've been doing 4:15 drills, which is you have to make 100 points in like 4 minutes and 15 seconds, otherwise we gotta redo it and start over. We do free throws for 2 minutes, and everyone has to make 2 free throws for us to finish. And we do like box out drills just so that like we get rebounds in games.
Wow. I would have to restart every time. Anna, tell us, what are your predictions? You guys are 8-1 this season. What are your predictions for this season?
Hopefully to go undefeated from now on, as well as win a banner, and also to stay together, as well as, you know, be there for each other, support each other as much as we can, and CTS title, hopefully.
Well, I think you guys will get there. I love to end with traditions, so give us those traditions of Wilcox girl basketball traditions.
Well, before every game, we say a little prayer to help us get motivated for our game. And we also have team bondings every year to help us get closer with one another, especially with the new players that come onto the varsity team. And we also have breakfast on Saturdays to also get us team bonding to help us stay together.
I love your team, ladies. Good luck this upcoming season. I'm Shan from 99.7 Now. You can catch me every morning on the Fernando and Greg Show, 6 to 10 a.m. and then 10 to 2. Give it up for the ladies of the Wilcox girls basketball team. 1, 2, 3, together.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to...
The Reardon Crusaders. Lee Hubbard III intercepts the pass. He finds Jaylani Clark, who throws it down for our Be Happy Play. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
My name is Coach Robert. Today's training tip is a medicine ball slam. We want to make sure that when we're doing this, we start on full extension. That means we're going to be on our toes, butt squeeze, shoulder blades back, head, ball over our head. When we do the slam, we want to make sure that when we slam the ball, go ahead, we finish in triple extension. That means our knees are going to go back so that our knees are right below our heels, our butts push back, our abs are pushed in. We want to make sure our knees don't come in, and we want to make sure we're loaded on the heels.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a very cool pair of headphones, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium on May 20th.
We'll show you some very good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
We start with Tim Kostolansky from De La Salle with a two-hand slam right there. Jelani Clark from Reardon with a steal, and he finishes with a powerful one-handed rip. Zion Poland from College Park one-ups him by getting the and one on this dunk. Terrific play, but the Play of the Week goes to this tandem from San Leandro High School. Junior Mel from San Leandro throwing up the backboard alley-oop to Keshad Johnson. One more time off the backboard over his teammate for the Play of the Week. That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week for the story of the Wilcox basketball player and the bond between him and his grandfather. We'll see you then.